Hey agents, and welcome to Shadow Gaming. Subscribe and like if you enjoy the content. And today we got the Cassie Mendoza vendor reset. So I'm going to start doing these every week along with the weekly vendor resets. I also do daily recommended targeted loot videos every single day. So check me out and turn those bell notifications on. So to get started, you want to find the Snitch. So to find the Snitch, what I do is I go to this 1040 safe house or the Jefferson Trade Center checkpoint, and I run over to this area over here, and the Snitch is usually there. Sometimes he's over by Lincoln Memorial and some other places, but ultimately the 1040 safe house is a good place to find him. So, and if he's not there, then I usually just log into another character. I have 4, so that's what I suggest you do, is just log into a 2nd, 3rd, or 4th character and just run over there and see if he's there. If not, he's usually over at the Lincoln Memorial area. If not, there's a lot more areas he usually is at, but I would check out the 1040 safe house area or Jefferson Trade Center checkpoint area first. Alright guys, well, let's get started with the vendor reset. So we do got this Surge with an alright pretty roll on it. It's got 11% rifle damage, 15% crit hit damage, and 7% crit hit chance with of course perfect spike. Now Surge isn't really that good anymore. You're wanting the harmony with perfect in sync, so I wouldn't really recommend this as a buy unless you don't have the harmony or any weapon with in sync on it at least. So I'd more recommend that than the Surge. We do have the Sacrifice today, but it is a rainbow roll, so I guess you could roll away skill haste or hazard protection if you really need it, but I would probably farm targeted loot for Providence Defense or chest pieces instead. And of course the Shield Splinterer, it has an alright roll. I would re-roll that assault rifle damage to 15%. Maybe the stability for damage to targets out of cover, but definitely 15% on the assault rifle damage, so not too great. We do have a Negotiator's Dilemma backpack with 12.3% weapon damage and 5% crit hit chance. The 5% crit hit chance isn't a terrible roll, neither is 12.3, so if you still need the Negotiator's Dilemma backpack, you could check that out. Hardwired chest piece, skill tier with health, you'd of course want to reroll that for like skill damage or skill haste. Negotiator's Dilemma gloves with 8% weapon damage and 19.6% repair skills. Now Negotiator's Dilemma is a DPS build, so you're really going to want that 8% weapon damage to be 15% already, you know, at least over 50%, so I wouldn't probably buy this. I would farm targeted loot for gear sets. Ongoing Directive knee pads does have 12.5% weapon damage with health rolled on it, so it's a pretty decent roll for the weapon damage. It's not too far off from 15, so you could of course reroll the health for something else that's probably DPS related. And then Aces and 8s holster, 11.5% weapon damage and some headshot damage, which is actually really good. You usually want to roll headshot damage on an Aces and 8s build because that's what this build is for. I use a 4-piece for the perfect headhunter build. So maybe you could just reroll that 11.5% weapon damage for 15%. You got a Tip of the Spear mask with 11.7% weapon damage and 6.5% weapon handling. That's not too bad either. It just depends on what you guys want to reroll it to. We have an FAL with 120.3k base damage and assault rifle damage at 11%, 14.5 health damage, and 9.3% reload speed with nearsighted. That's alright. I never used the FAL though. You got Deseros, 10% pistol damage, 13.4% swap speed with killer. Station grip 511 tactical gloves with 106k armor, 6.4% headshot damage, and 10% hazard protection. So you probably want to re-roll that headshot damage off, but it would be nice to get that armor roll maxed out. Grupo Sombro knee pads with 11.7% weapon damage, but there is 2 health slots, or at least 2 blue attributes. Probably going to want to re-roll one of those for, you know, crit hit chance, crit hit damage, but unfortunately you're going to be left with 1 blue slot. We have a Defensive Protocol stamina mod with 11% protection from elites. That's not too bad. And turret, 6.3% duration. That's alright too. Yeah, so unfortunately today there isn't a whole lot at the Cassie Mendoza vendor, but If you need something here, hopefully it's here for you today. Otherwise, guys, this has been Shadow Gaming. Subscribe and like if you enjoy the content, and I will see you guys in my next video.